What has happened? Hey, hey. Let me see. Where? Hey,
Hey,
I'm
how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Hold on, I'm trying. Let me see. I'm trying to get it so that it's split screen because I didn't like the view of just the speaker talking.
Oh, that's what it was last time. I got the video. Didn't I believe I got the whole video. I actually had to look at it on YouTube.
There you go. There you go. Let me see what in the heck is going on here. All right. I think I have it together.
Are you a perfectionist?
No, I'm just, a lifelong educator. So I like to learn to mastery, It's like knowledge is it's good, right? It's good to learn something, but as a teacher, you want to learn it to master it. It's kind of a gift and a curse.
Now let me ask you this. Do you just see Batman right there or you see me?
I see Batman.
Oh, let me do something with that. Hold up. How can I change? I wonder why I do that.
See? Right? Sometimes you just need to know,
Well,
like, how does stuff work? Like, what is going on in the world?
but when I had it on Zoom last time, I didn't have it on this feature. I didn't have the Batman on there.
It popped up just for a second. Like when you first logged in, I could see it, and then it went away. Boom! There he is, PC. You're in a good mood. You must know it's Friday.
Oh yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. I'm broke still, but hey, I got the whole.
It's only a state of mind. It's all Monopoly.
Yeah, financially challenged. You can say that.
No, this is the better way to say it. You say your money is in circulation. It's out right now. It's coming back to you. It's just in circulation.
Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room.
What?
I know a smile from east to west.
Yeah, right. And the countdown is on.
Y'all finna run through Denver. You know this.
I hope so, but why do people act like there's no competition? Like I don't understand. They just beat the team that everybody thought was unbeatable. Everybody put the Clippers up on this pedestal, and now it's like, oh, it's gonna be a cakewalk. You guys are gonna beat Denver. It's gonna be so easy. Like, no, they're a good team. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a
I believe last year lost with Denver when they lost to Portland. No, yeah, they lost to Portland, and I think they kind of did something to them in the regular season. But in the playoffs in this bubble, man, I don't know what it was. I think it was just more of a meltdown on the Clippers.
Yep.
They didn't have no chemistry all year.
Boom.
But these motherfuckers act like they're the best. They act like they're the best in the league, you know, talking all this shit. Patrick Beverly talking crazy to Dame Leonard, and look what happened.
Yes.
Look what happened.
Yes. To me, that's what it was for sure. I thought it was chemistry. Like, I think that to highlight our superstar, to highlight LeBron, I think that part of me saying that he's such a good player goes into the way that he plays with his teammates, like the type of leader that he is. Like, he creates this environment where, you know, there's camaraderie, and that goes a long way. As you know, when you're working on a team, when you feel like you don't want to let somebody down, and there's that synergy between the team, it just automatically makes you that much better. And there's no leader on the Clipper team. Kawhi is not a leader. He's not like a friendly type of a person. Like, they showed him on the sideline, and the evil twin, we got the good twin. The evil twin was trying to joke with him, and he was just looking at him like, we're not cool like that. Like, we don't do that. And then I guess Pat Bev tries to bring that energy of a leader, but he's sorry. So it's like, nobody's really listening to you, because, I mean, you are right occasionally, but, you know, and then it's just like, I can't trust you guys down the stretch. I can't trust you in this clutch situation of we're trying to get somewhere. We're trying to get to the conference finals, and there's just no gelling. And think about how prima donna, he wanted to load manage. He wanted to take off every other game. Just no chemistry all the way. And I don't know that, like, the bubble's funny, but it's just the 3 months in between that they really needed those 3 months to gel and to play with each other and to be a team. Now they kicking it apart from each other from 3 months and then trying to come in this bubble. No. So they're still.
Well, if you know Kawhi in his whole career, who has he benefit playing with? He always played with a center. Either had Tim Duncan,
Spurs, yeah.
What's that guy? Tiago Splitter. Splitter. Then he had Marc Gasol in Toronto. He had somebody that can help rebound. They didn't have no rebounding. Zubac is no center.
Yeah. So you're saying he needs a stronger five in order to. That's interesting. I haven't heard that one. That may be.
Well, Jokic played point guard before he played center. So that's how he's able to handle the ball. So
yeah,
it's like a double team. You know, he looks like a point guard, a fat point guard, and he is taking men in that paint and he is killing them. They didn't have an answer for him.
They didn't, but we do. We got a big man that can handle the ball too. Ow.
Oh snap! Oh snap! So what do you think about WAP can't keep a MAN at home?
No, everybody wanted to say that. Everybody wanted to say that. Like, I guess that WAP don't keep him at home, huh? Man, I think that divorce is not a good look for anybody. We talked about this a little bit with the whole Dr. Dre and his wife taking all of his money. I think the bird's eye opinion of this is just, in the overall scheme of things, here we have just another breakdown of wealth. We have fewer concentration of our dollars. Whenever you divorce, it's just harder for each person to build that wealth. So once again, be careful who you enter permanent partnership with. Marriage is very serious. Consider your partners carefully. But also, can we not blame the woman here? It could be that her WAP is very, very juicy and gushy, and it is good, and the next person will enjoy it. But when you pick the wrong partner, you pick the wrong partner. It's him. It's not her, you know. But everybody's trying to say maybe if she had done some cooking and cleaning, that he might have stayed. But, you know.
Well, you know what? Your boy, I was a player. I mean, your boy was doing his thing back in the day. And, you know, I used to go through him. I used to run through him. And what I found out, you know, it's not about no gushy or nothing like that. It's about that character of that woman. Because, man, I swear, you can have a fine lady. I mean, a beautiful sister. I mean, beautiful. But if her head is not there, oh, no, it's not going to work. I don't care how good it is.
Yeah.
But if you can't pay my bills for me, baby, or if I give you some money to handle some business, and you go buy Louis Vuitton, I can't mess with you.
Right.
It's in what you invest in, and unfortunately, Dr. Dre invested in some. Well, it was a long relationship. I give it credit for that.
Well,
But
because they're groomed differently, right? They're groomed differently. Her council of people, her mother, her sisters, her friends are all telling her, you know, wait till your kids become a certain age. Wait it out. I think that the conversations, I'm serious. I think that the conversations that mothers have with their daughters differs culturally. I think kitchen table talk is not the same in, you know, from one house to the next. So yeah, I think for sure, you know, some mothers push their daughters out. Listen, honey, and it might be to their benefit. You know your children. So if you know, like, you're not gonna be no rocket scientist, but you're cute as a button, you might need to marry well. And here's let me tell you how to groom you for that lifestyle, because if you're gonna be a careered married woman, you know, that comes with a lot of pressure. And so now we have a woman who I don't know if those talks were given to her about how to be a married woman. And here she is. She can get to the bag. She makes her own money. So she's probably looking at what that means to be a wife and to ride it out and to take it. She's probably looking at it very differently. You know, I'm pretty sure Nicole had to deal with cheating, but she's not in a position to walk away the way Cardi's like, what are you talking about? I had the number one song, you know, and it's got a little different. Had the number one song in the country in a lot of different places, you know. She's got that adorable accent, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
So,
Too bad, so sad.
now, I almost made that move to be married. But what I found out about marriage, it just seems to me it's a lot of sacrifice. And that's what love is. Don't you think love is a lot of sacrifice? You gotta do shit you don't feel like doing, especially get on my damn nerve, can't stand anyway. You know, going through that part of the game. But you gotta, go through it at the end. Once you come to the you know, the resolution of it all, you know, y'all both can come to a positive ending. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta weather those storms, and I know I've been through them. And I'm surprised my lady friend is still with me.
That she puts up with you. Sometimes you just gotta look over there like, man. Yeah. Yeah, especially like think about if you're really on this in this life and you're on this journey of self-discovery. Think about those of us who have gotten to know ourselves and we really like ourselves. Like, I love me. Then it becomes even harder to be in partnership because you do enjoy your own space and your own company. Like, I'm comfortable in my own skin. So to have to share your world with someone is just that much harder as if you've done the work on yourself. But I don't necessarily, this is an interesting thing. I have a split view on it because as I told you, my home is traditional, but I don't believe it. I don't believe like in the institution of marriage like that. I just don't. I think marriage has a place. You should marry for land, title, or money. But if there's no need to transfer either of those, I don't see what the point of the contract is. I think you can choose life partners and do everything that you need to do without the legal recognition of the marriage certificate. Because all that does is secure money, land, or
white folks. White folks being in your business.
No, I mean, no. Like, for sure. It's not all about that, even though I think that they did a lot to formalize it. But let's just say, you know, you have a young lady, a little black girl, and let's just say I have a daughter, and my daughter says she wants to get married. I love him. I want to get married. I'm not going to tell her what to do either way. I'm going to let her choose her own way. But if this guy is, you know, the count of something, you go ahead and get married, because now you're marrying for a title. You know, like, make sure if you're going to merge that it's for a reason. Go ahead and marry this person because you're going to inherit all the land he owns. Or like with the whole Dr. Dre Nicole thing, go ahead and marry this man because you're going to get money. Otherwise, what is the benefit of being legally connected to someone forever? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It could be that good shit.
But that doesn't require a marriage certificate. That just requires,
Some people mentality,
a lot of women are raised to think that marriage is a goal. A lot of women are raised to believe that, that's what it is. That's the end game. I think I was raised that way, but I'm a rebel. I went the other way.
Where you from, Miss Cotton?
I'm from LA.
You from LA? I thought you just okay. You from LA.
I'm from LA.
Man, you seem like
LA.
You seem like from the southern type area somewhere.
That's interesting.
I was like,
I seem like a good old southern lady. Sometimes after I talk, if I'm teaching and I have my formal voice on and I'm not code switching, sometimes people will ask me, are you from the East Coast? It's really hard for people to pinpoint where I'm from. I guess I give off an international flair, but no, I'm just an LA girl.
LA.
La La Land. Mm-hmm.
La La Land. La La Land.
I love
Hey, I caught this article. I know you do. Is it true about the smog that's all the way around? Hell, I catch y'all fires, man. What's up with that? I hope you okay.
I'm doing okay, thank goodness. I do have a really huge fire just north of my city, but we're doing okay. Especially the air quality has been bad, ashes and stuff all on my deck. I can't take my daughter outside too much because the smoke is too much for me. But thankfully, I'm safe, and all of my friends and loved ones are safe. But yeah, it's crazy, exploding trees. But your president told us it'll be fine. It's going to cool down soon, and that science is wrong. So.
That's your president. Ain't my president. That's not my president. How you gonna throw him on me?
That's your president.
I've seen a couple gentlemen driving trucks. They were maneuvering through traffic up that way. That crap looks scary.
Right.
I mean, I think it was melting some of the truck's material on the outside. I'm like, oh my God, it was all whelped up by the time he got to his destination.
Isn't that crazy?
And man, that is something serious. That's serious. That's like God-like punishment.
What do you think about the inmates fighting? Oh, yeah. What do you think the inmates fighting the fire? Did you hear that part about it? What do you think about that?
Yeah, they're making the inmates fight. Yeah. But
you say they're making them fight. They're sacrificing them. Oh.
I don't know. If I got a chance to run away and I fight, I think I have to fake my death, get some skeletons or something to throw them motherfuckers to the side.
That is hilarious. I'll fight this fire. We'll be right back. Wait till the smoke is really heavy and get gone.
Place some bones in the ground, bury them up, put your shoes on the skeleton, dip on out. You know what? Yeah. I wish I had my wine with me. I wish I took me a shot of wine.
I know it's almost late enough. If I could have joined you in a cocktail, but here I am with just my life-giving water. It's my old faithful.
Water. I hear you on that. So how's the traffic your way?
No, wait. Before we get into traffic, I want to ask you the same. We're talking about water and destructive elements, fire and water. How is it in your part of the world with Hurricane who? Sarah?
Sally?
Anna? Sally. Ooh.
Listen here. It started, I want to say, last Saturday. I'll say around 11 o'clock. I wake up to it at 6. I mean, rain is coming sideways. And building on the ground, building up, flooded. It drained, but it flooded out some neighborhoods. And you would be surprised, just like how fire can kill things just like that. It don't take long for water.
Sure.
I mean, it don't take water. I mean, at all.
Some might argue that water is stronger or more destructive than fire.
I don't put it past it.
You know,
You know, have y'all had a lot of snow before up that way?
well, California itself is nice because it's so large that we do have different regions that will get cold. I have the foothill mountains not too far from me, so the foothills will get a little bit of snow. But then obviously we have some parts that are desert that will never see snow, and then we have of course beach. They're not going to see snow, but some parts. But right where we touch Oregon, Tahoe, they'll get snow. So yeah, some parts of California get snow. I travel to the snow, luckily. I had a family that was interested in giving us like different experiences. So we would be like the only Black family skiing and just playing in the snow.
So I was skiing. Did you enjoy it?
Of course I enjoyed it. Yeah. I'm kind of like an athletic girl. As you can see, I'm into sports, and I think part of being into sports is because I played sports. I think when you are athletic, you enjoy watching sports that much more. So yeah,
Now,
anything that requires
what sports did you participate in?
physical coordination, I'm for it.
What sports did you play?
My best sport is tennis. I played softball. I played volleyball. Yeah.
Tennis. You know what? I remember this is like a old school moment. What's the name of that movie? The Wood. This is the Wood moment right here. I remember I was in the 6th grade, and I was trying to shove for this fine senorita. You know what I'm saying? Playing tennis. Fuck around with your sport. Man, I throw the ball in the air. I hit it. I thought I hit it, and I swung straight down and didn't pay any attention, right? So I raised a little racket up, and I noticed, blood is like falling on the ground. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh no.
Man, I hit my lip.
Showing off. Yeah. Yeah. I like that you have that story because I think people don't understand how physical tennis is. It's kind of physical. It may not be a contact sport, but anytime you're swinging a racket at a moving projectile that's moving very, very fast,
You can have that. I prefer baseball, football, and basketball. Now, out of all sports, what do you think is my favorite sport?
I think that, I don't know, maybe basketball. Mm-hmm. Is that fireball? I could tell by the packaging.
Baseball.
You know what, I was going to say baseball because it takes, it's got a lot of mental with it. Yeah.
Speed and repetition. A lot. I remember back in the day, you get your 11, I get my 11. We'll make imaginary bases out of a rock, a boot, or a can or something, man. But it was something about baseball that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I notice now blacks don't like baseball, and they're taking all the recreation facilities out of the neighborhoods anyway. So it's like, what else do we have but violence?
I know, but I think I wish these Black mothers, not just Black mothers, but since we do make up most of the league, I wish Black mothers would push their sons into baseball, but they don't want to wait on the money, because it's not overnight with baseball. You spend so long in the minor leagues, and I just think they want that money right away.
Well, but that's when you're young, though. You what? Hell, it depends on how smart you are. If you graduate at 16 or 17, you might be in the AAAs.
That's right.
So
and it's not a contact sport. Like, why wouldn't you want to do something that's not making your body so just putting your body through all that stress to where you have to retire at 37 or you will die? Like, I don't know why you wouldn't choose. If you have, hand-eye coordination, baseball is it. Like, your body stays healthy. It's fun to play. Good money in baseball too. So.
Man, listen here. You can get you can get a $500 million now,
Come on
almost
now.
easy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's generation changing. You know,
Yes.
unless you marry the other half, the other. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
that's exactly right. And I'm not even issuing a value statement. I'm just saying, factually speaking, that takes money out of our community. Period. You know,
All day.
yes, divorce and giving it away to the other side. But yeah, that's a good point too
Check
about the
this out.
facilities disappearing. That's a really good point. But that brings us back to this whole decoy of vote, 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 vote. And while I am a voter and I do believe that voting makes a difference, it's not voting just in the presidential election. It's in understanding who is responsible for cutting the funding for parks and recreation so that the facilities in your neighborhood begin to disappear. And now there's no more baseball diamond. Like, who do you need to write a letter to? So this conversation about voting isn't all about the exercise, right? By that point, it's too late. It's about being informed and about the energy behind when our uncles and fathers and mothers used to talk about voting. It was a conversation. You're playing cards and you're arguing, and people were informed. I think that's what's also missing with this push for voting doesn't matter, voting doesn't matter. And then the responsibility for being educated about voting goes out the window too, right? Like, I can accept that voting is ceremonial, but I can't accept that the same person who's repeating that has no idea what's going on. That's why your neighborhood looks like that, because you don't know who to tell to get the graffiti off. That's why. You don't know, you know?
Oh, man, that's a serious situation too, because I can remember when I was a child, and you know what? I know bills are gonna come when you become an adult, but man, I was happy when I was a child. When you,
I did have a good childhood. I'm happy now,
I
though.
mean, no, but you feel me? I mean, you made your own stress now, but man, I was actually happy. I had fun going outside.
Yeah.
I could go over people's house without, shit happening to me.
Right.
And today, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These children today are so soft because I came through an era when you talk about bullies, If you couldn't take no damn joke, you wasn't gonna make it. You had to survive. You had to be like, you know what, I'm tired of getting bullied today. I'm gonna scan the motherfucker up left and down. I'm gonna find something to talk about.
Yeah.
And when you do, you develop those skills to counteract.
Yeah.
Then once you do that, you make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have none of that vibe like that today. Everybody's on there.
So true. No social skills. To your point, that is why there's this sort of invented it's social emotional learning is the buzzword now in education, and there's this big push for social emotional learning in the curriculum. And I think it does make people like you and me chuckle a little bit, because social emotional learning, first of all, is always happening. Anytime there's children around, you know, we're just baby humans, we're animals. So there's this thing of rites of passage and just how do animals act, who's the leader, who, you know what I mean? So being a teacher, I can remember my favorite grade to teach was third grade, and it was like you almost had to dial in and find out what happened on the yard, because that's going to dictate what happens in the classroom. Like, I need to know what happened at recess, because I noticed when you come back, the energy shifts. This person did this person has an attitude. Like, you got to find out what happened on that schoolyard. That builds your character. Disagreements, fighting, solving it, interacting with people. You know, that's that's it. That's what school really is all about, is what happens on the yard. And our children, unfortunately, because they are into technology, because the world is just a little bit different, they're losing the skills. And now we have to come up with social emotional learning instead of just saying, go outside and play, go work it out, get into a scuffle, and then work it out. Stand up for yourself. after the fifth day that somebody takes your milk money, what are you gonna do? Like, solve it. You know.
You know, that's why I believe me. Now, I was in the military too. Man, your boy's a jack of all trades now.
I see.
And
very well rounded.
I believe, especially the black family, I think we ought to have separate schools, girls and boys, and the boys need to be brought up like the military. You know, get an option to come home. Get an option to come home on the weekend.
Okay, that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Why? Why do you think?
And, you know, to get them to be motivated to work on their own. You know, to get us some niche skills. You know, enhance themselves, learn. You know, how to be a man.
Can they not do that? And can they not do that in the presence of young ladies? I mean, how does it hinder a development?
Well, you know, that's why I say it's optional to go home on the weekend. You know, it should be a privilege to go home. But you know, we are messed up. Boys, we are messed up as individuals. We are lost.
I'm gonna take your word for it. Yeah.
We can't take constructive criticism. We always slashed out at our women who got our backs. And you know, we need to protect our women. But you know, at the same time, it go hand in hand. Once, you know, we started accepting, the welfare program and all that, kicking the man out the house, it just went on generation, and it created a whole different type of family, a black family, a boy without a father. Oh, James Evans in the house. You know, you just got Mike in that motherfucker. You feel me? Mike was just going along, the next day, repeating the whole process without the father. Next thing you know, guess what's gonna come out? Skinny jeans. Nah.
There you go again with the skinny jeans. That's hilarious. I think that's very interesting. Wow, that's a lot to chew on. Well, I would say that in several pieces of research that I've come across, a lot of this was predicted. And so you kind of can't help to think that it's intentional, that the destruction of the Black family is something that's being done intentionally, just because the research that I'm talking about was written in the 60s and 70s, and it was predicted that it would happen. And so how can a person have a pulse on what would happen 30, 40 years later unless they could see a system in place? So that's very scary, and I think very accurate. There's definitely a decimation of the Black family structure. There's definitely, in the images that we see, there's definitely a person missing, right? If you look for the presence of a Black man in your media, I think we have to go ahead and quote you and say it's probably attached to some skinny jeans, which again, I'm not issuing a judgment statement, but if you even look at how Black men are represented, you don't see a strong Black man. You don't. You really don't. You don't.
Oh, you don't.
It's like, where are they? Where did they go?
I'm finna name one for you right now. I'm finna name you a strong Black man. Terry Crews. What you think about Terry Crews?
Yeah, bless him, right? Bless him. I can't tell if he is, I can't tell if he's being serious. I almost put him in the same category as Candace Owens. I don't know if he's doing this for a check because he thinks that money is important like that. I don't know. I don't know if he's serious or not. It's like I can't tell. Sometimes I think he can't be serious. But then again, I look back at the roles that he's taken and maybe he is serious. I just think it's a classic case of the inability to imagine a world where Black has power. I don't think he believes that Black is king. I think he probably believes that white is right and that the system that we live in cannot be changed and that the people that have power should have power, and you better just do it this way and you better just live in the world the way it is. I just think that he's comfortable the way that things are. Don't rock the boat. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It's hard for me to, like, my brain automatically rejects his message. So it's even hard for me to speak on it because just the way that I've evolved. When I reject the message, it just doesn't even sit with me. Like, I almost want to say, who? I don't, he's not in my, he's not on my radar. Like, I don't know. People like him with that opinion, you just have to file him in the box of, okay.
Yeah,
Not everybody's
okay.
gonna make it. Not everybody's gonna make it, All right.
I mean, did you see his acronym for coon? I forgot what it stands for, but it was so much bullshit.
Right.
I'm like, nigga, come on, something else, man.
Yeah.
For real,
It's
man.
just, it's just ridiculous. Like, I say this about people, it's like, it's a hard, that as Black people, we have a hard battle. We are pushing, we're pulling a cart uphill, right? And as Black people, we're on the ground and we're pulling the cart. If you're not going to help, that's cool. Just sit in the cart and don't make my work harder. It's like he's taking his foot and dragging it and slowing us down. Like, you don't need to do that. Jump out of the cart or sit your ass in the cart and just be still if you're not going to help pull it up this hill. I don't need you weighing it down and putting your little foot out, slowing me down. Don't do that. I would just ask that. I would ask that of the Terry Coons and the Candace Owens. Can you please stop dragging your foot off the cart while I'm trying to get somewhere and trying to do something? You are slowing me down, okay? Just sit there.
Yeah, and I seen when not Steve Harvey, but what's my man name? D.L. Hughley made a comment about him, and he talked about how would you like for me to slap you or some old shit like that, right? But you let this white man touch your Peter in front of your wife, nigga.
Yeah.
It's up with you.
It bothers me. Yeah.
Oh
yeah, because he's like, and then because I'm like I said, I'm trying to recall the conversation. He's so far removed from my mind. But but he says I'm a big Black guy and I didn't want the stereotype to be perpetrated. How would that look as a big Black guy if I retaliated? Why are you so worried about how you look? Like, that's the one thing that bothers me. Like, you're a white supremacist in a Black body. Why do you have to self-regulate yourself for anybody? Why are you so subservient to this race? Like, what is wrong? Do you understand that that's a sickness for you to have to self-regulate? Like, how would that look? Who cares how it looks? And to that point, let me tell you something else while Miss Cotton's on a roll, right? Like, just even think about just think about the way that we police our kids in public, where you always think like all these little white kids are running around and they're having fun and they're exploring their world and they're free. And some of us are like shaking our heads and looking at our own kids like, don't you do that. Don't you run around. Don't you be 5. Don't you have fun? We police our own kids. We teach them that Terry Crews behavior. We teach them to self-regulate, just even in the way we won't let them run around because our kids aren't free, but their kids are. That's not bad parenting. Like I hear the comment on they don't have control over their kids. No, they're teaching their kids to be free. They're teaching their kids that they control their environment. You're teaching your kid that you must clam up, like you must don't talk too loud around the folks, don't make too much noise around massa. Like, stop doing that. Your kid is 5, and let me just tell you everything I've read about a 5-year-old. They need to run around, they need to explore their world, period. They need to play. Let your kids run around and stop telling them you better not touch nothing, you better be still. Stop doing that. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, I can feel that now. My problem with children being free, the only thing I don't like is that screaming. When you scream, when children scream, when they go up to the highest decibels, make your earlobes just pop. I can't take it,
But that's the result of not being able to do what they want. That's why whenever they get a moment of freedom, then they go crazy because they're so bottled up. There's no constructive play. Like for so many reasons, parenting becomes this thing of they barely get out the house. And when they do get out of the house, they're doing this adult task of grocery store shopping. They're doing this adult task of being with their mom in a place that's inappropriate for kids. They never get out of the house. So no, they don't have an idea of how to adjust for, I'm not at the park, right? So I'm going to make wherever I am, the park. This grocery store is now my park, and I'm going to scream and go crazy because maybe mom and dad work too much. Maybe dad's not around. Maybe it's just mom. She has 3 jobs. I never get out the house. So when I do get out the house, I'm going to run and scream all up and down aisle 3. That's just what it is, because that's what they're supposed to do. Children have to play. They have to play.
Listen, breaking down your teaching skills, man. I'm listening at you. Look at you. You're cooking. I see you, Miss Cotton. I see you. I mean, I like how you broke that down from a child's perspective. You know, I never thought about it like that way.
Yeah.
Being bottled in and you playing the role of, okay, you got to do adult things, but you're a child.
Right. That's kind of your fault. You know? Yeah. Like, and I get it, but you gotta, like, if you don't play with your kid, they're gonna find a way to play, and it'll be at that time where you really want them to be quiet. But it's like, no, you be quiet. I'm 4. I'm going to scream because I'm just learning the way words work. I just like the sound of my voice. I'm just playing with sounds. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You're the one who, for some reason, feels like I should be able to stand in line with you at the Department of Water and Power to pay a bill and beg them not to cut our lights off. This is your problem, not mine. Like,
I didn't ask to come here.
Yeah, I didn't ask to come here. You figure it out. Come on.
Damn.
Somebody has to advocate for the babies.
So, did you see? Do you watch the NFL?
Of course.
You do. So who your squad?
The Chiefs.
That's right. You did tell me that. You did. That's right. How can I forget? We lost y'all motherfuckers last year, man.
Yeah. Now it's all coming back to you.
Hell yeah, it is. But check this out. What do you think about Mike Vickers' comments? I mean, far as get out of the country if you're not. This motherfucker still making about a goddamn anthem. That's what makes me wonder, like, man, if you in the NFL, brothers, man, don't give them what they want. But, God, you already know the answer. Go ahead and cook on it anyway, man. I just want to hear your perspective on it.
Well, I think that in that particular case, it has already been proven that it wasn't about patriotism and it wasn't about the flag, because for game 1, they sat up there and booed. They booed the Chiefs. They booed them when they were having a moment of solidarity, just a moment of silence and linking arms with the other team. And the flag was nowhere out. It was not during the anthem. They still booed. It's just the fact that they're so concerned really about being racist and really wanting to just sort of put the kibosh on any effort of protest. They don't want the players to protest. That's what it's all about. So I hear what Mike Ditka is saying, but they have proven over and over again that it's not about the flag. Your people, your fans, okay, the people in the stands, okay, that are European in nature, they'll boo whether or not I'm kneeling while the flag is out, while we're supposed to have our hands over our heart, or if it's just silence, they'll still boo because they don't want my black ass to protest. They want me to shut up and dribble. They want me to, oh, you have money. Why are you complaining? This is the greatest country in the world. I mean, it's not right, but are we surprised? And I just wish that people would overcome this obsession with money, with monopoly money. It's not real. Is it real? I mean, think about what they're saying. Like, you have money, you have money, you have money. But what can they do with that money? That's what they're telling you. They're telling you, I am just a very rich slave. What can you do with that money? What are their lives
you
like?
See what Gaddafi was going to do, don't you?
What?
You know what he was going to do, don't you?
No.
Oh, he was going to, before he died, he was going to change, the dollar bills, the value, it's been depleted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what doesn't change is gold. Mm-hmm. He was going to cut out the U.S. and make new make a new currency. Okay. Oh, no.
He was going to try to collapse the dollar. Well, that's not in my best interest. So, yeah, we understand why he had to go. But I do get it. Gold backed would be interesting. But currency in itself it's all fiat. It's all fiat. It's all someone trying to control your time. It's very sick. It's very sick. It's like, I want to exchange your time and your labor, and I want to put a value on it, whether it's gold or silver or the yen or dollar. It's just all coming from this really weird place of needing to control and manage my schedule and needing to make up for 8 hours a day. What did you do during those 8 hours? Is it something for me? Like, all of it is just very weird to me, and I want us to evolve out of it all. Like, all of it is just very, like I said, I almost feel at this point humanity is dragging their foot on the cart, and I'm just trying to push us uphill. Like, we can get to this really chill place and enjoy this lovely planet, and you know, let's just get there. But just all of this low base thought is just so, it just drags you down. Like, these people can't enjoy their money. You see what neighborhood they have to live in. They can't invite their friends over. You can't trust people because they're going to rob you because you have money and they don't. You can't relate to your aunties no more. You don't get along with your cousins no more. You probably had to marry outside of your race, so you don't know half of your family. Them aren't your people. You feel me? Like, they have money, but they become in this little bubble. So do they really have money? Like, I don't feel sorry for them anymore. Stop selling out. Like, people in the NFL, get it together. Why would you even play for why would you even be in a situation where your boss is called your owner? Hmm? Like, what you talking about? Wait, what? I don't know about you, but in my lifetime, I specifically chose jobs where my boss was like kind of not really like my boss. You feel me? Like, when I was in the classroom, my principal couldn't really fire me. Like, you don't sign my check. You run the school. You don't run me. I run my own classroom. Like, I was hired by the school district and I'm licensed by the state of California. Your job is to run the school, not me. Like, you're not my boss. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no. And you know, and now I have a supervisor in terms of, she's like, you know, she manages the schedule and she makes sure that all of the pieces go, but I'm like my own entity. I don't even know why you would want to be in a situation where you got a boss and bastard. All of that would trigger, all of my ancestors in me would be triggered, like, girl, you don't need no master. What you talking about? Nope. What you talking about? The owner? Good. The owner of what? The owner of what? That don't sound right. No.
Are you sure there's water over there? Man, God, you on fire. Keep it rolling. Goodness gracious, man. I forgot where I'm going on this one. Goodness. Well, oh, my goodness. She laid it down.
I'm just saying, you got to be careful about that in the roles that people play. And we talk about titles. You want to talk about marriage and business contracts. Why would you sign that? Why would you sign that contract for some money that you can't even spend or give away? I don't get it. That's all right. We'll figure it out.
I don't either. You know what else I don't get either? I did this story earlier on, and I seen this guy in the UK. In the UK now, you know it's mandatory for these masks, right? Mm-hmm. This man is on the bus. He don't have a mask on. Guess what he's using for a mask?
What? Oh my gosh. What?
A snake. This motherfucker wrapping a snake around his face for a mask. And you know he wasn't black.
No. Yeah. That's also very interesting.
This connection is horrible.
I know.
Oh man.
Yeah. Wow, but that goes back to this obsession with power and thinking that power means that you have to subjugate other people. This obsession with I'm at the top and you're at the bottom, like being locked into sacred geometry, not understanding that it is an expansive science, but wanting to limit it. You know, limit it by putting it in a book and only I know it and I can use it for my benefit. That's really weird to me. And then also just this concept of pets, right? And wanting to own something and wanting to make you my pet and my slave. Like, what is that about? why do you need a pet? Why do you even, all of it is very weird to me. Like, don't get me wrong, because my dog recently died. So I get it. Like, I get owning a pet. I do. But also, what is their obsession with being the master of something? Mm-hmm. Ooh. All right.
Hello,
Yes, I am here.
man. And this reception sucks like a.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
So it's probably just the universe telling us to wrap it on up. I got to get ready for this Laker game. I'm not going to cook tonight, but I'm going to make some fresh guacamole and some salsa, and I'm ordering the rest.
What are you ordering? What are y'all eating?
This is so weird, but I am really jealous. This place is called Tersa's, and they have Mexican food, and I'm really like jealous because I do all of the cooking in this house. I cook almost 3 meals a day, every day. And I'm trying to tell you, look, we ordered this food last night. It was last night. We ordered this food last night, and the noises coming from across the room. He's sitting there talking about, I like to got jealous. Like, excuse me, don't smack your lips over someone else's food. Like, excuse me. But that's just, that's my control issues. And I just think food is so intimate. Like, it's like, that is your medicine. That's what's keeping you alive. Like, you're supposed to just eat my food. Like, you're not supposed to enjoy food that came out of another woman's kitchen. That is like,
Oh, not you. No,
I
no, no,
know,
no.
I know. Well, I'm not perfect. I'm trying to grow here too. Okay, I'm trying to grow here too. But I'm just saying, like, that's the first thing that crossed my mind. Like, What?
Well, I can look at it like if my old lady is working out with something where she got a workout partner, it's a dude, I'd be pissed off too. So I guess that's the same thing too, in a different way.
In a different way, yeah, because
I look at being physical
as your role, like, it's probably me. Oh my gosh, hold on, I gotta let me bring my crystals into this. Hold on.
Oh man,
Full of crystal into
crazy.
it. But yeah, so you get it. It's just like that's the role. That's my role that I happily chose because it's what I like it. I like to take care of my family, so I'm doing it because I want to. It's just a sense of pride. Like, it's like, excuse me, I make the food. What? Why? It's not. We eat out. We go out. That's not the problem. I don't mind enjoying good food. I don't mind that. It's just to enjoy it so much. It's like it's an orgasmic experience. Like, okay, settle down.
I will let you get to your food and your Laker game.
And this Laker game.
Break a leg tonight.
Yeah, what do we have to tell the people is to like this video and
like, share, subscribe.
Where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on my Musa Azakar. You can hit me up. My name that's what it is. You see it right there in the corner. Just type it on YouTube. You'll see my face. Type it.
There it is. And follow me at Ask Miss Cotton. And we just gonna keep doing this. Speaking of cooking, right?
Oh yeah, preparing meals all day. Meals all
Peace,
day.
King. This was fun again for sure. I look forward to these, and we got to do it again, of course.
Oh yeah, I'll have better notes next time. This is more rushed this time, but we're gonna get it done.
We did all of this without notes. But you bad. I thought you had it scripted. This was pretty good.
That's you. That is you.
Right, running my mouth.
That's you, man. That's all you, man. Break a leg tonight, all right?
All right. Peace.
That's what it is. True.